Welcome back to Agenda Kenya, your award-winning talk show. My name is Jason Nyantino. Tonight we are hosting Honorable William Samoei Ruto, and we are looking at his presidential bid. How will he have the job done? My next question is from Bilali Butichi. Bilali, your question.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Ruto. What are we saying? Because from the history, your political career were nurtured by the former President Moi. Same to Uhuru. Yours was through the YK 92, and Uhuru was through the nomination that was made in 1998. Moi went ahead and nominated Uhuru, and at the same time made him his heir. You supported the idea. Then, it come the last elections, you parted ways. We are now seeing you and Uhuru uniting for the same cause. Okay, can you tell us, what are we seeing? Is it the same project, Uhuru, that is coming back in a different way?
Okay. Asante, Bilali. Mheshimiwa.
Well, Bilali, first, when you talk about working with Moi, there is no politician that I know of who has not worked with Moi. Let's be honest. Of the presidential candidates today, Musalia was working with Moi for donkey years, right? He was minister, he was vice chairman of KANU. Kalonzo was vice chairman of KANU, KANU minister forever. Raila was secretary general of KANU as long as, in fact, I took over from him, as secretary general. Who now? Kibaki himself was Moi's vice president forever. So, working for Moi is not an issue that anybody should discuss, because that is a matter that everybody has worked with him. Moi worked in this country for 24 years. You could not avoid him, right? Let's go to the point you have mentioned. This is an election. This is a democratic country. People can work with different players. At the moment, there are discussions, left, right, and center. And I can talk to anybody. I talk to Kalonzo Musyoka, I talk to Uhuru Kenyatta, I talk to Raila Odinga, I talk to Mudavadi. We are all Kenyans. I do not think we should erect barriers between leaders.
Yeah, Mheshimiwa, that's clear.
For us to move forward as a country,
yes,
we need to unify the country. We need to find the mechanism that will make us work together, compete.
Yes, that's clear and positive.
But that does not mean we are enemies.
Yes, I have a question for you, though, in terms of changing political parties. Because you were in KANU, you went to ODM. At some point, you marketed UDM very aggressively. Then now you're in URP.
Yeah.
So those are 4 parties. And if my calculation is right, I stand to be corrected, that is in a span of about 5-6 years, from KANU to where you are now.
Yeah.
So, on average, if there are 4 parties in about 6 years or 7, you are actually in a party in 1 year, 0.5. So are we expecting you going to another party in another year?
No.
We're not expecting that.
And you see,
when you change, just to tie that in, when you change political parties like that, in whose interest are you working?
First, when it came out of KANU, it was during the referendum. We had a common position with other parties. I am not the only one who left my party. Everybody else left theirs. Others left LDP, others left Masingira, others left other parties, and we formed ODM, right? And if you talk about moving parties, tell me which politician has not moved parties?
But 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah, fine.
Tonight we're talking about William Ruto.
This is a democracy that is growing. Yeah? We are trying to find ideology behind political parties.
That brings me to my next question. What is your ideology? What's your vision for URP?
Absolutely. Now you have asked the correct question.
I didn't know I've been asking the wrong question.
That is what is important for Kenya.
Please, go ahead.
Kenya wants to know, URP, William Ruto, what is in it for the people of Kenya. Yes. Number one, we believe in URP that the single greatest responsibility we must give to this country, the single greatest challenge we must overcome in this country is to grow our economy. Across in Ethiopia, they are growing their economy at 12%. On the other side of the continent, Ghana is growing its economy at 13%. Kenya's economy is growing at 4%. That is not good. We can grow the Kenyan economy by more than 10%. It is possible.
Okay.
And where are we going to start as URP? Number one,
very quickly,
we are going to start with making sure that we reduce the cost of living in Kenya so that we make Kenya a competitive destination for investment.
How do you want to do that?
First things first. If you look at the budget of every citizen, between 40 and 60% goes to food and food items. Mm-hmm. That is why you find teachers in the street and doctors. Because the cost of living is going up, they want their salaries to go up.
So what will you do?
A responsible government, under my watch, will ensure that we reduce the cost of living in Kenya by ensuring that we expand food production so that we bring down the cost of food items, manage the budgets of every common man, and ensure that we create an environment where Kenya becomes a destination that is favorable for investment.
Okay. Next.
Expand food production by encouraging, putting money, public money, in farmers' endeavors. Reduce the cost of fertilizer. Make sure affordable certified seeds are available. Expand our irrigation projects, and make sure that food is affordable.
Okay.
That is
That's a URP government.
Number two.
Please finish quickly. I need to move to the audience.
17 million Kenyans today are below the age of 30, between actually 15 and 30, right? That is the engine that is going to turn around this economy. So we need to tap into their talent, their knowledge, their expertise, their enterprise to change Kenya.
Okay.
We will make specific proposals, not general proposals.
Could you give us one specific
I will give
proposal?
You two.
Give me two.
I will give you two. When I was Minister for Higher Education, I said we must expand middle-level colleges. I did 40 in 3 months that I was there. We can do 1,000, so that, because we are moving into a knowledge-based economy, and therefore it's good to arm our young people with the correct technological knowledge for them to fit into a knowledge-based economy. And that is why I was opposed to the Kazi kwa Vijana nonsense, right? The one of digging trenches and the rest.
Why are you calling it nonsense on this show? Because it was a government policy.
No, it was a shoddy
government policy. Are you saying government policy was nonsense?
I opposed it in cabinet. I opposed it in public. I opposed it everywhere else because I thought that...
So everything you oppose is nonsense because you oppose the new constitution.
Is
it also nonsense?
That is my opinion.
Okay.
Right? That's my opinion.
All right.
I do believe...
I need to get one question from the audience.
I told you two.
Yeah, give me the second one.
And I'm saying simple, courses like entrepreneurial courses can be offered free of charge, right, at these institutes of technology. Second issue, we must access credit to young people. In fact, I am very happy that in the Standard, their editorial, they have actually mentioned it specifically. And these are issues that I've been battling with in the campaign trail. Majority of the young people cannot access credit because when they go to a credit lending institution, they are asked for a title deed or a logbook or a security, which they don't have. I am proposing...
Let me get one
specific proposal.
Then you answer together, okay?
Specific proposal.
Just one, Mheshimiwa.
Can I make this one specific proposal?
Because I'm waiting, you're not making. So please, let me take a question, then you answer both. One more contribution from the audience. Just one, then, yeah, he's a very enthusiastic young man in black.
Okay. My name is Coach Joel Andranjo Banda, chairman of Nairobi Islanders Roller Skating Club and the head of freestyle skating in Kenya. By the way, my main thing is about the youth. As you've said, the youth are the engine of this country. And as you know, we've been promised all over each and every time. The youth are the ones who vote, we are the ones who heckle, we are the ones who throw stones, we are the ones who do everything. Yeah? But we are the ones who gain the least. We do a lot, but we gain the least. The jobs that we are given are either digging trenches or doing what. So, in your capacity if you get a chance to become the next president of this country, what will you? How will you help us? Like in the example, for example, Kenya is known more in running than in other things. So, what will you assist to tap our talent, especially in things like sport, and take us to another level?
Finish up, Mheshimiwa.
I think he's hit the nail on the head. In terms of, empty, general statements made about youth empowerment. I am going to be making very specific youth empowerment initiative. I have said next year, God willing, we will have a youth fund synonymous with CDF, right? If CDF is 100 million in every constituency every year, we will have a youth empowerment fund, 100 million shillings every constituency every year, to give to young people credit, free of interest, without asking for security, the basis being the quality of the proposal a young person has made.
Okay, I hear you well. I just have one more.
And it is just the beginning of expanding expanding opportunity to millions of young people who have no such access because they are locked out because they cannot access credit.
We have plans of having presidential debates in the next couple of months. Will you be willing to participate?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Correct.
I am looking forward to those debates, so that we can clearly articulate and Kenyans can judge us for what we stand for.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And that brings us to the very end of this week's edition of Agenda Kenya. I thank my guest for that wonderful contribution and my audience for that insightful debate tonight. You can still be part of this discussion by answering this question if you are watching us. Do you trust Honorable William Ruto to be your next president? Do you trust Honorable William Ruto to be your next president? You know the drill. Send your response to the contacts on your screen. And remember to give us your name and where you're watching us from. You can always extend this discussion on our Facebook pages and also Twitter pages, which are running on your screen now. And until next week, goodbye.